Alright, so this is a Master Reinhardt and his team in a scrim. And so first and foremost, anyone who doesn't understand, I'm going to expect very different stuff out of them. This is not ladder. You do not play like ladder. You can play much more aggressive. You can plan things out much better. There is about a million things that change. And so I can probably tell you this is going to be pretty detailed. And we might even go into how some of his team could have supported him better and things of that nature. Not just him.
No, not, I mean, only... Where are we holding?
We're going to hold bottom right. We're going to hold bottom right here. Okay, so they're going to be playing goats. We know that. They're going to be playing goats. They're going to be playing goats. They're playing goats.
Right call.
Yep,
good job.
No.
Genji. They have 3 tanks, I think. No, they don't.
They're
taking high ground. They're taking high ground.
It's dive DPS.
It's fine. Force them to play on us. They're playing dive.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to fall down.
And as soon as one of their tanks come in, we have on us. They're playing dive.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to fall down. Dive DPS.
It's fine. Force them to play.
So you say they're playing dive normal tanks. To me, and I don't know, if this is incorrect for your team, I apologize. But to me, you just said they're playing dive with a Winston Diva, because that would be the normal tanks for dive. And so I don't like the call at all here, unless you're super confident that your entire team has hit tab and known their comp. If you say dive normal, I'm assuming Diva, Zen, Winston. And so you have only half of the team comp if I just heard that and I could not hit tab for whatever reason. And so I would have liked to hear just much more specific. It doesn't need to be the world's longest conversation. You can literally just go Zarya, Tracer, Lucio, Ana, Ryan, Genji, and you're done. Like there's nothing to it that has to be deep at all. But then that also gives you guys a chance to talk about, okay, so we need to save Transcendence for Nanoblade. Other than that, they don't really have anything crazy. Oh wait, yeah they do. We save Sound Barrier for Grav. Boom. We have everything planned out. Nothing else. And the fact that you guys aren't talking about that already tells me that there may be some sort of communication lack with your team.
Play on us. Force them to play on us. They're playing dive.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to fall down.
And as soon as one of their tanks come in, we have
And were you playing Zen Goats? I believe you were.
It's fine. Force them to play on us. They're playing dive.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to fall down.
So yeah, in regular goats v goats, your brig stays more by your Rhine, correct? And so now in this, you would actually want your brig to stay a little bit closer to your Zen if they're going to dive him. But you also don't know that because of the Zarya Rhine.
They're going around back. Let's cycle to the other side of point.
Yeah, I think they're coming for a Zen.
Oh, okay. Tracer's on our Zen.
I made that. Fuck, I gotta stop.
Oh, okay. Around back. Let's cycle to the other side of point.
Yeah, I think they're coming for a Zen.
Oh, okay. Tracer's on our Zen.
I made that. Fuck, I gotta stop.
Where was your
Let's
Diva?
cycle to the other side of point.
Yeah, I think
So there's your Diva. She just flies past your screen here.
As soon as one of their tanks come in, we have stun. We have stun here.
They're going around back. Let's cycle to the other side of point.
Yeah, I think they're coming for a Zen.
Oh, okay. Tracer's on our Zen.
I made that.
Okay, so that falls on all three of you, specifically in this order. 1, it falls on your Rhine. 2, that falls on your Diva. And 3, that falls on your Zarya. And we'll go through each real quick. First and foremost, it falls on you because you are you. If I was coaching your Diva or something, I may give them different advice. But the fact that you were so aggressive on your swings and you just wanted to swing so bad that you totally just forgot about the Ana, essentially, is really bad. Especially because they're playing this hybrid dive comp. You can wait until their dive DPS are kind of out of position and then speed on their Rhine, and there's no way he lives against your goats in a 4v6 essentially. So first and foremost, you're to blame. You got too focused on doing damage. Second is your Diva, for obvious reasons. Your Diva needed to be in the correct... Your Diva's like over here, which I don't understand at all as far as positioning. And like if I was coaching your team, I would be on your diva right now because that just literally makes no sense. Even if they were coming out this door here, why is diva so separate from the team still? And so she wasn't even in a position to where she could eat it, and so now that falls on your diva. Finally, your Zarya needs to be saving her bubble for the Rhine. You guys are in goats, and if bad stuff happens to others, then that's kind of on them. That generally means that their positioning was punished or things of that nature. And so there's no reason that you guys as a team, if you're worried about the Zen, just armor pack him and call it a day. But your Zarya used your bubble to try and save your Zen, which didn't even matter. Your Zen wasn't going to die. And so then your Zarya could not save you by cleansing the anti. And so that falls on the three of you, no one else. Yes, better scouting from someone else might have fixed that issue, but would it really? If you saw the Ana earlier, would it really have stopped you from playing too aggressive? Would it really have stopped your diva from being out of position? No, not really. And so all three of you need to look at that and say, wow, I got our Rhine killed. I lost this team fight for us.
I'm anti. Fuck, I gotta stop paying attention to antis.
Ryan one.
Next target.
Sorry.
Everyone on Zarya.
1 HP.
Lucio.
One second. Zarya's
No,
in the back.
Zen's one.
Really low by their spawn, not by their spawn, but like in that direction.
Ana behind us,
Zarya's
bro.
run, please, dead.
Next
Nice.
target.
It's really hard for your team to follow up on the Zarya here. So let's see where we can kind of get the best of you.
I'm anti. Fuck, I gotta stop paying attention to antis.
Ryan one.
Okay.
Next target.
Yep, okay. So you've got Ana, Tracer, Lucio, Zarya, and Genji is somewhere. I'm not 100% sure where. So it's really hard to follow up on the Zarya right here, because if you turn around, you're exposing yourself to another sleep, another anti, shots from the Tracer. Lucio can peel for the Zarya, and so you guys are gonna have, oh, Zarya's right here. There we go, I think. You guys are gonna have a really tough time collapsing on the Zarya most of the time without your Rhine. A safer choice is to stabilize on your Brig and keep playing like a regular Goats comp would. And what you'll notice in a regular Goats comp is Zarya is often one of the last to die because she can be so difficult to kill, and she's not usually getting too much value if the rest of her team isn't alive. And so I would have called to stabilize on the Brig, and depending on where the Genji is, if this is the Genji or the Zarya, and depending on how far back the Ana is, either of them may have been a better call, but leaving the Ana to free heal the Zarya while you guys are going to try and farm her is a terrible decision. Makes it super difficult, especially without your Rhine swinging
Next
in
target.
goats.
Next target.
Zarya.
Like, look, I mean, what are you guys... Even if you all were on her right now, which you guys aren't, your Brig has turned around. One of your biggest sources of damage actually right now, with you out of the fight, your Brig is going on the Ana. So your Brig had kind of the same thought as me. You're getting farmed by the Tracer right here. And so what can you really do to this Zarya? And you can tell by the fact that you guys, I think, lose one more and how long the Zarya takes to die. And Zarya's just being sped out by the Lucio, like I said. Very, very, very difficult.
Really low by their spawn, not by their spawn, but like...
Tracer farmed your Zen in the meantime. And there you go. Finally got the Zarya.
Genji.
Tracer behind you guys.
It's a difficult choice, but I don't agree with the choice.
Yeah, get on. Nice
But
play.
it's a difficult choice. There isn't... That's going to be a personal style of coaching and a personal style of play. There isn't a singular right choice there. I can tell you the singular right choice was not to shatter that Rhine there. That was a big waste of your ult.
On one. Get you one.
Stay in, Ana.
I don't understand. Like, everyone else is gone.
Genji Mega, right.
Lucio. Down.
You got bubble.
Would that fight have gone any differently if you hadn't shattered the Rhine?
Tracer. Oh, pause.
Sorry.
I want to give...
But
Okay.
Because
Frank, stay up.
Mate, not.
Oh, no. They're not. They're
Not
like
quite yet.
they're in mid. They're in mid of engaged. They have a while.
Tracer's going behind for our Zen. I'm letting you know right now.
Brick, stay on Zen. Brick, stay on Zen.
It'll take her some time to get there,
Yep,
but
she's in the.
Oh, I don't know why you still got hit by that fire strike. Minor thing, yes, but charging that alt's Ryan, or that Ryan's alt,
I'm asleep,
which
I'm
I believe he
asleep. Tracer's
has.
coming to Zen. I'm asleep. She's going far back.
I got it right as I died.
You know what got you guys screwed there? You guys didn't talk about alts that your enemy team had at all. So, and the fact that your Zen even says, I got it right as I died, is even worse. You guys didn't talk in between team fights about what is going on, what else you have, how you guys are going to counter. Do they have Nanoblade yet? Do they have Shatter? Do you need to play slower with your shield? Do you guys need to spread out from the grav? And you guys didn't know what was going on. So, boom, Zarya literally just walks past you on your left, which is another sign that she's going to grav. So, here's Zarya, and she takes this path right here and never stops. And she has grav, and yet all of your team is within this tiny little circle here. On another note, why are we stacking our rally and our sound barrier?
Alright, they used like everything.
In a situation where sound barrier nor rally are even gonna save us. Better play would have been if we maybe would have talked to our Zen and known that he didn't have alt yet, but known that he was coming really close. What we can do is we can actually position our Zen up top here to let him get those few fragging shots right here, while the rest of your team kind of plays tight here, so that this would be like your shield and you. And the rest of your team kind of plays tight here, somewhere within this kind of zone. And then your Zen gets the few crucial shots to charge his ult. If anything happens to him, your Brig needs to be keeping a crazy eye on him to make sure that you can armor pack him if the Genji goes for him. And she needs to hold her armor pack for that time. And meanwhile, your enemies will push up. They're bots, and so they will continue to do the exact same thing. Walk right here. Now they only grabbed probably 3 of you because you guys would be spread out throughout this, and your Zen hit the crucial shots he needs. So now he comes right down here, transcends, and then if the transcendence is ending towards the end, maybe you throw your rally or something to help sustain you in the team fight, because you're probably not going to get any kills during the grab, but the blade will have ended. And so you won't have to deal with that. And that's one enemy ult. They'll have grabbed you. That's another one. And all you did was trade one of your own for them. You still have to block Shatter, but Rally is going to win you the team fight realistically. Instead, we threw 2 ults in the grav that were useless. Really just because we didn't plan to be grabbed.
No, they have 4 ults, dude.
So they only used 2. They only used 2 there.
Wait, okay. Alright.
No, they used. Did they not nanoblade? Did they not nanoblade?
Can I grab here?
I think
Let me
so.
know when I can
Yeah,
grab
grab. Get ready to grab. Get ready to grab.
Tracer.
So why are you going behind the Rhine to swing in a grav while you know he has Shatter? If I was this Rhine, I would have played you so hard.
Yeah, grab. Get ready to grab.
Right here, just chilling. There you are. I'm shattering. Simple.
Tracer's on her Zen.
Tracer, no.
And you guys got anti again, and you guys have no follow-up.
Unlucky. Tracer's still behind.
I know. I'm
Brig,
on.
that's you.
Oh,
Brig, that's you.
Fuck,
Yeah,
I
you
tried
gotta
to bubble his
protect.
Zen, I'm sorry. Sorry, I almost had her. That was my bad.
Ryan one. We can.
Nice,
we
nice,
come
nice.
back.
Just trying to force me.
Call
Come back.
targets.
No, there's no one to call targets on.
Oh, okay.
That's right outside of their spawn anyway.
Yeah, Brig behind. Nice.
We can get their all out here.
Sorry.
Let's
You
group
brace
back.
yourself.
Need help?
Alright, they used bomb and grav, or not grav. They used bomb and.
They're coming in. They're
Watch
nice.
out. Back left.
Genji Tracer big. Genji Tracer big.
We should go.
Alright, Ryan.
Yeah, push together. Ryan main.
Do you even know where your allies are right now? Because they are super spread out from you. And that's partially on your allies, but that's partially on you for continuing to push when you know that they're spread out.
They use bomb and blade.
Also, so far, on a personal level, less on a team level, almost every one of your shatters I have not agreed with. that was the only one
Got
that
it,
you
got it,
got
got it.
some value out of. But you guys are still giving cart room, and that's the attacker's advantage. It doesn't matter if they're winning or losing, it only matters if they're pushing the cart. And now the three of you are just kind of back here staggering. Doesn't make a lot of sense. If that Ryan wasn't playing like a bot, you guys would have just staggered there and given essentially all of point 2 for free.
Oh, she got me.
Kill Tracer.
Kill Tracer, don't let her get out. Rick, you gotta stay on her Zen like.
They're far, they're
On
far.
our fucking Zen, dude.
I'm just saying. Chill. I just be aggressive. Relax.
What are you shielding her, and why are you
Stay on
shielding?
her Zen like.
They're far,
Your
they're
shield
far.
goes from 1400 to 800 for no reason.
Chill. I just be aggressive. Relax.
So now you guys get shattered here because you don't have shield, and you're even calling that they have shatter.
She's behind, she's waiting, she's spawn camping me, I can't go out.
And again, you walked past your team and let them get shattered, and now you have no shield because you spent an entire time shielding random spam instead of letting your shield get back to 2000.
Behind you, Zarya, she's my grab.
That's it.
We had to get out there.
Oh.
I have no idea how I got stuck.
Back up bomb next fight. We're gonna have beat next fight.
So you guys swapped your Zarya to a McCree,
Back up. Okay, nice.
which is
We
a
had to get
fine
out there.
choice, and I get it for the Pharah, but you're already really struggling to stay alive, and without a Zarya like that, you are just going to get farmed. So I don't agree with you as a team's choice to switch comps, because now you're going to be dying so much more even than you already are.
Repeat, they had a Sombra.
You're gonna. Okay, they're on Sombra, so be careful. Especially you.
What's this Zarya doing, dude?
Push the Zarya.
Zarya one. I'm eating her heals.
Got her.
Right.
Far
Zarya,
above, watch out.
far above. I'm hacked.
I got it.
That was
Anything else?
Barrage and Nano.
And okay.
You're in goats, man. You gotta get healed more than this, and that's to you and your team. This is insane that your health is going up so slow. And if your health is truly going up that slow, then you guys need to play Ana goats or Moira goats, not Zen goats.
Push fair. Alright. We're gonna have trans, we're gonna have beat. That's all
That
we're
might
gonna
be
have.
part of the reason you guys have been getting run over so
Get
much.
ready. Beat Imrex. I want you to play a little safe here. Play it safe. Don't play near us. They're gonna
Guys,
EMP
watch
this
out
fight.
for the back, they could rotate behind us. We should back up a little. Oh, main.
They're gonna
Cool. So you're telling Enrex to play a little bit safe. It's the right call, definitely. I'm also very worried that he's going to get EMP'd. And if you wouldn't have made that call, it was something I would have mentioned. So let's talk realistically, okay? If you're going against a good Sombra, there's a couple paths that she will take from you, to you guys. So you and your team are essentially within this area here. Might vary slightly in that time, but that's the gist of it, right? So a good Sombra who's not wasting time should either come straight from their spawn, down, probably throw the translocator, EMP. Alternatively, a good Sombra will go this way, down, through here, or back through here, because that then allows them to place their translocator like here, and odds are they can still make it to your team. Like if they come right out of this door, it's very hard to shoot them in time to where they can't EMP. A bad Sombra will do the following: come out of here in invisibility the whole time, go down and around, and it doesn't really matter where they go from here, because they will either keep going around to your team or they will go up the stairs to get you. And those are really all of the routes that a Sombra can take. Yes, it can vary slightly. When they go through this way, for example, they could break off and go through the other doors over here if you guys have fallen farther back. But realistically speaking, you have route 1, which is this one, route 2, which is this one, and those are really your good routes, okay? Route 3 and 4, I'll label them for clarity, but 3 would be going around this way, and 4 would be going up top of this way. So I should, this is my fault, I should, 2 would be going like out this way. So this route here is 2, and these routes here are 4. So where should your Zen be hiding right now? Or your Lucio be hiding right now in order to block this? Because most Lucios who are not good are either going to go in this room here. We'll make this simpler. This room here we'll call 1. So that would be if they go anywhere within this room here. This room here we'll call 2. And so that would be if they go anywhere within this room here. Back here, just playing kind of far back, we'll call that 3. And so that would be kind of anywhere within like this zone here, considering your team should be over here. And that's really the majority of the places that a Lucio would go. There can be some off ball, some curve balls, but that's really it. So where should your Lucio go? That's the $1 million question. Obviously, your Lucio should not go anywhere within this area here, because that's where your team is. So that's a no. Oops. That's a no. I would be upset with the Lucio if they went in here, because while it's the closest, that's a really common route for Sombras to take. And so why would I go that way? I would also be upset with the Lucio if they took number 3, because it's common for a bad Sombra to go that way. And it's common, the other issue that you really run into with 3 is that if the enemy team has a brain, they're calling, where's the Lucio, or where's the Zen, or where's whoever. And so if I can see him back here, I'm not going to be very likely to push that way. 2 is a mixed bag, and it's really the only right choice in my opinion. If you go downstairs, I should probably mark that on the downstairs. If you go downstairs on 2, I think that you are essentially throwing, because it's so common for Sombras to come through there, especially as your team starts to back up through here to fall back. So what a good Lucio will do, and we can kind of clear all of these, and if you need to reference that again, just go back. What a good Lucio will do is actually stand right up here. And this is only if you're for sure that you're going to get EMP'd, because you know for a fact that an EMP is coming. Otherwise, you're playing without your Lucio, and you're essentially playing a 5v6, and the enemy team will run over you. But the second that you guys all get EMP'd, your Lucio can drop off of here and drop his sound barrier super fast. Doesn't have to worry about any obstacles, doesn't have to worry about any stuns because there's none up here. Nothing to worry about. If the Sombra decides to go all the way up and around up here, well, Lucio, make sure you're playing with your ears, because you can definitely hear Sombra on these stairs, and so you rotate if the Sombra comes that way. It's one of my other reasons is my favorite room, because let's say Lucio is playing right here, waiting for you guys to get sound barriered. Your team is here, and so I'm Sombra. I'm walking through here. Oh, there's Lucio. I can go like right here and still get the Lucio and your team. Or I can just hack the Lucio and then walk forward and EMP. It's fantastic. Or if I see the Lucio there, I can just go around a different direction and wait for my EMP. I can play with my team. There's 1,000 options, but a Lucio playing up here has all the advantages. So if you guys get EMP'd here, I would pray that your team would look at this and say, yep, our Lucio was in the wrong spot, or nope, we didn't get EMP'd, our Lucio must have been in the right spot.
Okay.
Trans, huge, big trans, big trans.
I got
On right, on right, on right, on right, on right.
Right, half, one.
Sorry, no personal.
Shoot,
Sorry, no
shoot,
personal.
wasted beat, wasted beat.
Yeah, they are kind of throwing right now. On that shatter, that was really good that they got your Transcendence out.
I'm dead.
Fair, wasted all here. Fair, wasted all here.
But I don't. They committed like 4 ults to this fight once they were already down.
No personal, no personal.
Sorry, no personal.
Right,
Huge shatter.
Samber's behind, she shoot.
Guys, I need help with the shatter.
So you had a really nice shatter, right? But you haven't really been watching the kill feed, and so you weren't paying attention to the fact that your diva was down and the rest of your team was back. Don't ever, please, tell your team to tell your team to let you know where they are, because you should know where your team is as they're riding. And if you're confused, you just third person real quick to look at it.
Oh my god, Funky, what are you doing?
We were all there.
No, we're not. I wasn't there.
Like 3 times. We were all there.
No, we weren't.
Go point. I said, I'm dead.
It's kind of funny, that whole EMP lecture I gave didn't come into play there, but hopefully it still helps you guys in the future.
I'm so on point.
Zarya, I'm on Zarya. Zarya on point. Zarya on point.
How did that shatter me?
I'm dead.
Don't see 9. Okay, yeah, Funky,
Super.
next time.
It's gonna work. You need to be super. Alright, go on top.
You guys are blaming that on your Funky, but it's not just him. It's your more dominant issue that you guys have had in your goats, is that you guys aren't sticking together.
They're on McCree, Hanzo. Huge.
Nice. Let's go.
Their non-goats is sticking together better than your guys' goats is.
Sorry.
Go on, McCree.
Ryan's on me.
Like, where do you know where your team is? Because you were sped up here by your Lucio. Do you have any clue if your Zen was sped up here or anything? Like, how are you planning to get heals here? Was your Zen sped in? Was your Brig sped in? Because his orb is off of you right now. And do you know where your Brig is? Because once you get 1 armor pack, that's essentially all the healing that you guys have. And I don't think you did. You guys need to stay tight. Your Brig went over here to go fight. Your Brig and Diva are gone. And the rest of your team is over here. And you're here. You guys are so split. It's insane. So much distance between you guys for a goats comp. It's essentially like, why are you playing any form of goats?
Hanzo and Anna are high ground.
Run.
Now, thankfully, your Widow has done amazing this fight,
Split.
but
Triple sniper.
you guys did that terribly.
It might be worth switching if you get fucked on by all of their snipers.
Ryan.
Ryan's escorted.
He might have
The Zen's dead.
Ryan's low.
You've already got armor packed,
Got him. Push.
and so now you're pushing really hard when you only have Lucio, Lucio, and Zen heals. Keep that in mind.
Do you like get Widow?
I know, I didn't have jets. She just flew further back.
And you don't have the Zarya to help you sustain. That's why that's a problem. Zen goats overall is not a problem, but
We're still winning.
I mean, we're still pushing.
We only have 3. Yeah, we can keep pushing, but we're down in numbers. Okay, it might.
I got the Zarya. I got the Zarya.
Oh, never mind. We have 5 now.
I don't get how you guys are down in
Winnable,
numbers.
winnable.
I didn't see
So
that.
good.
I could be
pushed
wrong.
out. Yeah.
Oof.
I'm good. I live.
Kill Zarya. I got two. I got two.
Zarya. Everyone on Zarya.
You got 2, but they've also gotten 2, so it's even right now. Gotta talk to your supports there. They have to call when they're ulting, because throwing both your support ults, this is the 2nd time that's happened, and you ended up wasting both support ults.
Screaming, dude.
Turn me down.
Gotta talk to your supports about that. Beg them. All they have to call is, I'm beating this. That's it.
Right. He's super chaseable. He's one.
Nice.
Huge.
I'm halfway to the train.
It's a very ranked mentality to throw your ult when your team needs help staying alive. And it's not that it doesn't work in any sort of like goats comp or anything like that, but it's that it's just there's so many better uses.
Ryan.
I can't matrix.
Widow right side.
Push
watch
Ryan.
left.
Oh, I got him.
I'm behind
You have
everyone
left
else.
your team, like totally.
Back up. What are they gonna have?
They have all.
Right behind me.
Okay.
I don't even think I need to tell you.
Yeah.
I don't think I need to VOD review that part there, because the VOD review would be don't do that. That's it.
Wait, Speed on him in 3, 2.
We already have
You're
Widow.
wasting your
Go.
shield by flashing
Speed,
like
speed,
that.
Ready, I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready. Sorry,
Huge
sorry, sorry.
shatter. Ryan, okay, I got Ryan. Fuck you, Ryan. Oh my god, the Ryan, they trans the
Ryan
Ryan.
behind.
Push the Ryan.
Ryan. Help him.
I didn't really up, yep.
Am I crazy? Like, do you just have like alt sounds turned off?
He got so lucky that Zen saved him.
Oh my god. That was so wrong.
Where's Widow?
Where's
Widow?
Back up.
Where's Widow?
Way back. It's over. So it doesn't matter.
Funky go. On it here.
Not something I necessarily
I'm
recommend
just gonna go
having
for this
turned
guy's
off.
fucking stomach because he ducks every time his shit is turned. So.
We might want to switch off Widow.
Yeah,
Just
go.
because. Yeah.
Goes
What
already
do you
here,
want? Okay, good idea.
and that way
Let's
they.
go left side. Let's go left side again.
Yeah. Good idea.
And watch for the Ryan flank.
All right, speed. 3, 2, 1. Speed.
Ryan.
Brig one.
Gotta go on Ryan first. Brig was never one, and you have to go on Ryan first and goats v goats. Ryan
Shattered. They're all
has to
shattered.
die.
They're all shattered.
Nice.
Ryan.
Oh my god, I'm so tired of getting fucking antied.
Cool, then get a Zarya back. That would be my
Ryan.
recommendation.
Sorry, Widow big.
Ryan.
Ryan.
God damn it.
I got separated.
I hate
The
getting-
target call is still Ryan. It's never Ryan, not Ryan, until Ryan is dead. Unless there's just a beautiful opportunity, which there has not been.
We force her to hook out.
Why are you pushing her away? Why can't you D.Va just do that real quick?
Nice.
I have bomb.
Okay.
They're gonna grab us.
Cool, they're gonna grab us. Do we have a counter to it?
Brig.
I got it.
Nice.
Brig discorded.
Bring down.
Zarya.
I got
Oh,
you.
Ryan,
Zarya behind.
Push. On. Alright, Zarya now. On cart.
Anna.
They might have trans.
Get him.
Sorry, Dad.
Your D.Va's bombs have been the only reason that you guys have really ended up
That's always shatter.
okay.
This is winnable.
It is.
Very winnable. Look at that. Ryan. Stay on Ryan. Reloading.
Got him.
Get the Ana.
Both supports.
Tracer.
Yeah, the others
Tracer's still behind.
I'm on her, bud. I'm on her.
Get their Zen now.
Oh
I'm dead.
Dude.
I
They
need
had
to leave
alts that were pretty nice, but you guys had no target focus. That was the biggest thing.
Before they switch to hit scan, let's go. They might switch.
There was like 4 targets called within like 10 seconds, and not one of them died.
We're pushing, bud.
Brig's behind.
Oh.
Tracer's in spawn.
Is that the end of it?
Winnable.
Yep. Super unlucky. Definitely some stuff for you guys to work on in there. Your team as a whole needs to work on communication. Got to make sure that you guys are not stacking alts in the slightest. Got to make sure that you guys are playing correctly. Like when you got grabbed and you were like 2% away from Transcendence, but there was ways that you could get Transcendence. That is a team as a whole issue. You can call for your Zen to go up there. You can call to play differently, especially as the main tank. You personally, you need to keep track of where your team is. And you, a lot of times, are kind of getting farmed and having issues with your personal target focus. So if you're getting farmed, you need to play slower, maybe go to a different healer. And target focus, I mean, that's just, here's your target focus in GOATs. Ryan, Brig, everyone else. Ryan, Brig, everyone else. And it never, ever changes unless there is some just crazy circumstances where Zen is like massively out of position. But in a normal team fight, Ryan, Brig. And so I hate watching you walk past to try and kill a Brig. Like that's terrible. That's a hard throw. You're going past a Ryan shield so he can shield most of the heals that you would get. You're putting yourself out of position to protect your team from their Ryan. You're stopping the whole headbutt that is GOATs. GOATs is really like you both run into each other and kind of see who kills the Ryan first. But instead you're playing like more like how you'd play in like a 2-2-2 comp where you're trying to go for like what you would consider like a smart pick, but that's really allowing their GOATs to flourish. And so you have to focus hard on that, like really hard. And as part of that, this is part of your overall target calling. You have to know where your team is. It does not matter if you get a 6-man shatter when none of your allies are in a spot to follow up. It feels nice, but third person every once in a while, or just ask them if they're in position to follow up or whatever. Ryans get really upset when they have to call their shatters, like when they have to call shattering here, because they find themselves missing more. But why are Ryans excluded? Zarya needs to call when she's grabbing. Otherwise, if no one's in position to follow up on the grab, then you guys just wasted it. And Ryan is the exact same. If no one's in position to follow up on your shatter, then you just threw really hard. And so I would really want you as a team to focus on some of that stuff, and then you as an individual to focus on the two things I just mentioned, and I'm sure you guys will start doing better.